Welcome home. We are WNST, AM 1570, Towson, Baltimore. We are Baltimore Positive. This is a cup of soup or bowl and pizza. We're Pizza John's and cheesesteaks if we want, and French fries and gravy and anything else I want, ham and cheese. It's all brought to you by our friends at GBMC. We promoted them a little earlier. Now we got the Maryland Lottery and Candy Cane Cash. We're giving these out even to people who don't save dogs but save cats, and I happen to have a cat, so I'm really looking forward to this. We've had some big winners around here, but the cats are the big winner. Breakfast Club Cats. And I think I got the folks at Pappas sent you nice folks over to me. They rescue cats in the area. And I tell you, I put people on my calendar here, and I bring them out, and I feed them pizza, and they're quiet, and they're a little reserved. But I have a feeling when I get Alysia Witherington and Kim Shewell together, we're going to talk about cats here. First thing first, you guys didn't know what you're getting into here at Pizza John's, but you have a fellow cat lover here, just so you know. My wife came to me with cats. We are on our second cat. We love her immensely. I gave her a kiss and a hug goodbye today. She's chasing birds in the snow and doing all of that stuff. And every once in a while, we see a stray cat, and my wife kind of freaks out, and like, we got to rescue this, we got to rescue that cat. And you're not the first crazy cat people that I've met, because I'm married to one of them. But saving cats and loving animals, I love that. What's the Breakfast Club? What is Breakfast Club Cats?
Well, we are a small little organization, nonprofit organization here in Essex. We're local.
Not your first time at Pizza John's. I saw that.
It is not.
You knew where everything was. That's perfect.
Milkshakes.
I've never had a milkshake here. You've turned me on to it. I see it over there. Now I'm going to go get some. But you're Essex people.
Yes, I am.
How long have we been? We've been doing this almost 10 years, right? 9 years? 8
Correct.
years? Okay.
Yes.
A lot of cats around here stray?
Too many that are abandoned, sick, live on the streets, need to be fixed. They need medical attention. It never ends.
Well, what can people do? Tell me the story. What you do when my wife sees a stray cat. She calls you. I wish I would have known about you about 6 weeks ago. Right before it got cold, my son and his wife had a mama and 2 babies living under the shed. So this is in Colgate East Point, where I grew up, right across from the mall. Mm-hmm. And I had some folks up in Harford County, Chesapeake. So I reached to them, and the cats went away. Like they moved to a new home. So my son went out, didn't know what to do about trapping them. He said they seem like they're okay and they're living. And then he went out the next day after we called cat people that we knew,
right,
and we couldn't find the cats anymore. And this is before the winter. I find them to be resilient little animals, and they really are. And when I see them out on the lam, I often wonder they think they're happy, right? But they're proliferating, and I think that's the problem, right? Making babies.
Too many. If people would just get them fixed, just get your cats fixed. There are many programs out there.
Bob Barker's been telling me to do that my whole life, right?
Right? Spay and neuter. Yeah.
So the roots of the organization, I want to welcome Kim in. Your organization, or both of you? How did this work?
I started it.
Okay.
And then we've been friends for a really long time.
Yeah.
Actually, the board members, 3 of us used to work together.
Okay.
And Alysia asked 2 of us if we would join the board. So we've been working with her
endlessly.
And for about 2 years now, I guess. I recently retired, and so I'm taking on more of a data management aspect, as far as tracking the cats, making sure the microchips are registered.
See, I don't know any about this, so here we go. So my son finds cats under a shed in Dundalk. He reaches to you guys at Breakfast Club Cats. What happens at that point when you call him back? And he's like, they're here. I see them. I got pictures under. They're here right now. What do we do? We'll
schedule a time for me to come out and hopefully trap them. At that time, I have traps, humane traps.
How does that work, trapping a cat? I can imagine it's very stressful. I mean, we put my little girl in her little bag every couple months. She got to go to the vet. And, we stroke her the right way and talk to her nice and work some treats. But she gets in that bag, and it's the worst.
Right.
I mean, I don't go with my wife to the vet anymore because I don't like to hear her scream. And Jen would say she stops right when we get down to the Beltway, and then she calms down, and then she's distressed, and then Jen sends me a picture of her with Dr. Jill, and she gives a little blood, did all that, and then she comes home and she mellows out. But it's it's stressful as hell.
It can be.
Just getting the cat into the cat carrier for us, stresses me out so much that, like, my wife knows it stresses me out because I love the cat that much.
Right.
So how do you trap them? I don't use that word.
I use humane traps.
What does that mean?
They can't get hurt.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
They cannot hurt, unless
they're unhappy, but they get in there.
They're unhappy. As soon as I cover them up, they tend to calm down.
Right, okay.
And then I'll transport them to clinic, get them spayed or neutered, microchipped, vaccinated, and bring them back. If they are untouchable, if they're like community cats, I return them. If they're friendly.
How old does that have to be for them to be
It depends.
considered? You get the temperament. Basically, could this cat be feral, or could we adopt it out? Could it become a home cat? Or, I live out in the woods. I mean, I don't want a woods cat because we got all sorts of things out there that would be predatory.
Right.
Hawks, all sorts of things, right? But I think any cat out in the wild can't be safe. But, I remember my wife and I were down in Nags Head, North Carolina, right after the plague. So it was that summer of 2020. We had a little hotel on the sand. Things were just opening up. You remember, we all had masks and all that. We went down there. There was a colony of 50. And they were beautiful. They were little. They were big. They were living behind a dumpster in North Carolina, 20 feet from the ocean. There's restaurants. I don't know where they foraged or what they probably killed all the birds because they're kind of famous for that, right? The birds on the ground. Hawaii, they hate the feral cats in Hawaii because they've killed all the birds off, right? Because they don't know what to do with them. I don't know when I see the colony, once in my life I've seen that many cats, and I thought, wow, I guess that's just like mountain cats at that point. I think in Essex it's not like that. They're going to get killed, right?
There are colonies in Essex, and that's one of the things Alysia does, is she supports those colonies.
So tell me about the colonies.
Well, they're everywhere. Everywhere. In Essex, everywhere, period. But I go every day, feed them, give them fresh water. They have houses out there, warm shelters for the winter. If any of them are friendly.
And there's not anything you can do about a feral cat. Like, you as much as I want to, it looks like my cat, it's never going to behave in that way, right?
Right. And we built a catio, a big outdoor enclosure for my street cats that I've been feeding
How
for
many
years.
street cats do you have?
Here
we go. Kim, how many does she have? Tell me the truth.
We're actually still counting. That's what I was just talking with her about earlier.
Are we
We're
in
trying
the dozens, the hundreds? Where are
dozens.
Dozens.
Dozens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the good news is so you bring them back and you have medical attention that will spay them, right? Or neuter them in the boy case. Once that happens, the colony slows down,
Yes.
and you take the kittens, correct?
Yes.
Now, the kittens can be adopted out, yes?
Yes.
When you get a hold of a kitten, that's gold, right? Because we can save that cat.
We can most of the time save them, yes.
I would say this, and this is full disclosure. By the way, we have the Breakfast Cats folks out. I want to make sure I get pronunciations right here. Alysia Witherington, Kim Shewell, correct? I get it right? All right, Breakfast Club Cats is what we're promoting here with a Cup of Super Bowl. We're at Pizza John's in Essex talking about cats. I think, domestic cat and a little kitty and whatever. We lost our cat, and you Ravens fans?
Yes.
Remember when the Ravens played the London game, lost 55 to whatever it was. We were in London for that game, and we took a couple hundred listeners over to the game. And my wife and I went to Paris for a day and a half on the Channel, and literally the morning before we left with 200 guests, 200 people to go to London, our cat took sick. She was hiding, doing all the things that you don't want to have happen. I don't want to talk about it too much. I'll get upset. But we took her to the hospital that day, and I had hundreds of thousands of dollars involved with fans. We were at Dulles Airport flying out with all of our people, and we got a call, and they were afraid she wasn't going to make it. And my wife was like, I have to go on this trip. I'm like, you can go back and be with the cat. We left. We got to Paris. Our cat died on Zoom. We were trashed.
I'm sorry.
We were trashed for 2 days in Paris, trashed all weekend. We came home. There's no cat. All the cat stuff's in the house. The Ravens lost. All that stuff that happened. It was 2017. So we came home, and we were just so devastated. You can Google it. I wrote at length about my cat. And I came home, and the next weekend the Ravens played in Oakland. I couldn't even. It was my birthday. I couldn't even go. I'm like, we were really despondent. So we started. I became a cat nut. I went to cat cafes, trying to adopt a cat, find a connection. Went out to Baltimore Humane. hung out for a day with some cats. There was a mom and son we were thinking about, like 3 and 1, thinking about. And I got out there, and the connection didn't happen. And I looked, and there was a little cat in a cage, little, like smaller than my phone. I can show you, but it's this big. And she had a hoodie on, a little cone, because she had just been fixed. She was like 8 weeks old. And we are pretty convinced that somebody like you saved our girl, because our girl was a total stray, total in a cage, 8 weeks old, this big.
Right.
And we don't know the whole story, but somebody brought her in that was like you to Baltimore Humane when she was tiny, and she is 8.5 now, and I'm going to break your heart with how beautiful she is, because you're going to want her to, but she's calico. And so that's my cat story, is that I think my cat came from the streets. I mean, I know she came from the streets because she didn't have a mother. She was in a rescue center,
Right.
Baltimore Humane, out of Nicodemus Road. So love to those folks out there too, because
Nice.
they've given us 2 cats that we love. Our first was a 6-year-old relinquished. What's the word? Surrendered. That they said somebody in the house had become allergic, and they had a different. She was the greatest pet ever, but we lost her. But we're on our second cat together as a marriage, and we love her.
Nice.
But I think so. You would be one of the people that would come up with this little girl or a little boy and say, we're taking this one. This one's not going back to the colony,
Yes,
right?
yes. We have quite a few big-hearted humans in
Well,
Essex
what
that
happens
help.
with the kittens? Fill me in on that.
Well, get them medical attention if needed. Get them fixed. Get them shots. Get them microchipped. Find them homes.
So Alysia maintains a kitty cottage,
Okay.
which is full of kittens.
So you'll bring the kittens home.
Yes.
All right. So you then domesticate the kittens, and then you want people out here to call you right now to adopt a cat right this minute?
They sure can.
Let's go. That's what we're doing. Let's go. That's what I want to hear. Give me some happy stories here.
Oh my gosh, we have so many great stories. Of
Let's tell
these
'em.
cats. And it's best to adopt in pairs. Just saying.
Okay.
'Cause
I've heard that too.
Yeah, they always have a friend when they're little.
Okay.
Growing up. Gosh, a lot of sad stories.
I don't need
with these
another new
cats.
cat because I want my cat to live to be 150. But like, I would call you for a cat. How many cats you have right now?
I have about 14 that need homes. That
Well, I gotta
Or
at
in-
least adopt one. So somebody out there better call her. All right. So, all right, let's go adopt some cats here. What do we got to do to adopt a cat?
breakfastclubcats.org. You can go to the website. Find me on Facebook. However, just message me.
But you
Go
are
through.
literally getting, tomorrow morning you see a kitten, boom, the kitten's gone, right?
Yes.
So these colonies, teach me about the colonies a little bit in Essex.
The colonies are mostly abandoned cats that were left behind in a move or born on the street that never became friendly, without that interaction with humans. So we just try to stop them from reproducing is the main thing to start with.
All right, and then if a cat will come to you, does that make it a little bit more accessible to maybe even being an indoor-outdoor cat? Or have
Finding
you
home.
seen happy situations where cats that were pretty feral become domesticated
Yes.
at a period of time? Even older cats or no?
Yes, I have one at home. It took me 2 years to make friends with her. 2 years. I went and sat with her every day before work for about an hour. Got closer and closer, and finally,
She's hanging in the house now.
yep, she's as friendly as can be.
So when we adopted Kitty, which was our cat that we adopted in 2000 and I guess it was about 2010, 2011 that we adopted Kitty. She came home with us, and my wife was number one. And she wouldn't get on the bed for 6 months and then got on the bed. Then after she got on the bed, she got in the middle of the bed. Then she got in the middle of the bed, then she became my cat and her cat. So there was definitely a period of time, but man, I haven't told this story in a long time. I hope I can tell it without crying because I haven't cried all week. It's Thursday. I cried 13 times the first time I did Cup of Super Bowl. I've welled up 4 this week, but I haven't cried yet, so we're not going to cry. So we went. My wife really wanted a cat, right? So it was a hardship in our relationship. It's something that was missing for her. She didn't want kids, and she just wanted a cat. So I like traveling. We had been to Bora Bora. We've been to Australia. We've been all over the world. And having a cat becomes, especially last week when it was snowing bad and iced over, I kept thinking, like, this would be problematic if the kids up the street couldn't feed our cat because you couldn't even get to our house,
Right.
right? During the snow last week. So I guess 15 years ago, my wife wanted a cat. And I finally, she was emotional about it. I said, we're going to get a cat. She's like, you don't mean it. I'm like, of course we mean it. So we went out to Baltimore Humane. We videoed the whole experience and did all that. Shout out to Johnny Rollo.
Love him.
Yeah, well, I grew up with Johnny. I mean, Johnny and I played Little League Baseball. John and I did the Holy Trinity. I played Little League with Johnny, I played football with Johnny, and I carried the cross and the altar boys with Johnny up Our Lady of Fathom.
Nice.
So Johnny and I went at it, all three. So, he had been adopted into cats and did it on television, and I hit him. We did a radio segment about it back then because I wasn't doing video making you all nervous then. So we went out to Nicodemus Road, and my wife wanted a cat, and I'll be honest, I didn't want a cat. I wanted my wife to be happy, right? Like, literally, and everybody knew that, right? And I didn't hate cats, and I don't have any fear of cats. I kind of wanted more declawed than clawed if it came that way. Our girl was declawed. I would never do that. But she had missing front claws, but she was domesticated. She came home. She was the greatest cat that ever was. But we were in a room not dissimilar to the size of this room. It was a big room, big empty room they took us into. It was like a greeting room, right? You know about this stuff. Mm-hmm. So they took us into a greeting room at Baltimore Humane, and this was the first cat we brought in. My wife was on Match.com for cats for years. She would look at cats. She had me watching Caesar Milan every Saturday morning, right? Like literally. This is in 2007, 8, 9, 10. So we went out to Nicodemus Road, and she had her eye on this cat named Bree. Kind of a porn star name, I thought, but Bree. Bree was the name they gave the cat. So we pulled Bree out, first cat that we went to see this cat. You know how that goes, right?
Yep.
That's people are. Took the cat in the back, put the cat down. My wife sat where Kim is sitting. I sat here. We were in little chairs like this. And we sat down. And the cat wandered around, and there were windows. And the cat went to one window, two window, three window, and came over, looked at my wife, looked at me, laid between my legs, rolled onto her back.
Shows you.
And I went like this. No offense. Went like this. She looked up at me, and I'm like, we're taking this cat. So we took that cat in 20 seconds? I don't know. I mean, like literally it was 20 seconds. We went home with that cat, and I will cry over that cat right now. That's how much I love cats. So then the second cat, that cat died. The second cat was in this cage with a little cone on, right? Maybe you rescued the cat. I don't know. Where do your cats, when you rescue, they don't go anywhere? You're the one that adopts them.
They stay with me.
Always with you. I want
Yes.
to make sure we get that clear. Tell people how they can call you or find you right now.
Breakfastclubcats.org.
With a C, not a K.
Yes,
BCC.
correct.
I feel like a Baltimore Community College. All right, just check. So we're a mess. Our cat's dead 13 days. She died 13 days. We came home for a weekend, my birthday week, October 2017. Second weekend, we were convinced, we were thinking we were going to take two cats. And we went out, and we went into the same room. It just wasn't, I wanted a perfect, I'm married to this cat, right? So I'm going, this cat's ride or die for me, right? We saw this little girl, and I looked, it was far across the room. I have my reading glasses on right now. I looked, and her legs looked like our other cat because she was calico. And I saw her little legs, and I said, I want to go see that cat. That cat wasn't here an hour ago. They're like, we just put her on the floor. If you want her, she's a kitten. She's going to be gone. That's the way it works. It's sad. It's awful, but that's the way it works. And you're going to be mad at me because I took a kitten instead of 3 cats. And please don't, because I got the right cat.
No.
Don't guilt me here. Don't
You
do
adopted.
it to me, Alysia.
That's
Don't
what
do
matters.
it to me. So I went over. Well, when I tell you the story, you're going to know what's up. So I went over, and this little cat, and I'll show you the picture of the day we got her. She was this big, and she had a cone on her head. And they're like, she got a cone on her head because she got fixed. I'm like, all right, this cat looks like the cat that I just had that died. We need to look at this cat. My cat was diluted calico. This one's just more straight girls. Picked her up. She sat in the palm of my hands, and I looked at her, and she came out from the cone, and she kissed me on the nose.
That was it.
She licked I held her like this. She looked at me. She licked me on the nose. I busted out. We're taking this cat. My wife's like, a kitten. And I'm like, hold on. Here's what we're going to do. And this is selfish. I say, give me a pointer. I need a pointer for this cat. So I got a red dot because my other cat loved red dots. And I got the red dot. and they took the cone off of her head, and she wobbled, and they were afraid that she had some sort of disease, like a neurological,
CH.
whatever.
Yeah.
And it just turned out she was wobbly because of the cone. The cone was heavy on her.
Right.
Cone was bigger than she was. She was this big. The cone was this big, right? So she kisses me on the nose. She walked around, and I had the pointer out. And she followed the pointer, and I'm like, "There's nothing wrong with this cat. We're taking this cat. I can't take her today. Come back. We got to check you out." They even called my references.
Oh, yeah.
They should.
Yes.
But they did. They called my reference. I'm like, "You don't know who I am." So we came back on Monday and picked her up, took her home.
Nice.
And we stopped to get all of the things we needed to get for her because we were brokenhearted, but we were happy. And she sat in my lap the whole way home, and she never moved. She sat right here, this big. And we have all the pictures of all of this. And we got her home, and the minute we got her home, she became my wife's cat. So, they do what they do. You know what I mean? But she loves me.
Right.
But
She worked you that day.
Yes.
I'm number 2. I am totally number 2.
Mommy's girl. Yes.
So tell me how you got involved, Kim. You must love cats too.
Yes, I have. I've actually got 2 right now. I've got a 17-year-old that was a barn cat that I rescued from the beach. And I also have another rescue that popped up across the street from my house about 2.5 years ago, who is a 22-pound small dog.
Maine Coon, like kind
No,
of thing?
he's tabby. He's huge. And I currently have in my house another one that I caught last week. I live in Timonium, but people leave cats everywhere. I've got 3 that I feed all the time. The one I caught the other day is a kitten. She's small. She's about 1, they think. She'll be spay tomorrow.
Is she going to be okay in a home then?
She's going to Alysia's.
All right.
So I can. It disrupts my household to have them for too long.
That would be why I wouldn't come and take 3 of yours today. Is that
Yes.
my girl is so happy.
Yes.
Yeah, she's just so happy, and we're so happy with her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 57, and I'm full disclosure. I don't travel as much as I used to travel. It's just part of it. I feel kind of guilty when I leave her, and my wife and I have a companion pass on Southwest Airlines, and my wife and I wouldn't dare run off to Hawaii for 12 days right now because we just
Can't
want to
leave the
leave. We
baby.
wouldn't leave her for 12 days right now. I've been all over the world. I'm cool for a while, and my wife wants to go to Italy with her father and her sister, and I'm like, you go, I'll stay home. My wife goes and spends time with her family in New Hampshire. People think it's weird. They're like, so your wife goes to New Hampshire for a couple of weeks. I'm like, her sister's there. Everybody's there, and I got the cat. I don't want to go up there. It's cold as hell up there. It's cold as hell here. I'm good. I get the cat. So the cat is my companion, especially when my wife goes away. I become number 1,
Right.
with a bullet. And then I send pictures of my wife. I'm like, she's on my lap. She slept on my chest. And then my wife comes home.
That's
Get
it.
back
That's
to
the
normal.
end. That's the end. That's the end. She will. I got a gig that I do. This is. I'm admitting a lot here about my cats. By the way, Breakfast Club Cats, Essex, Maryland. We're here at Pizza John's, all courtesy of our friends at the Maryland Lottery. By the way, you guys are getting lottery tickets here, so I'll donate to the cause here. Candy Cane Cash, our friends at GBMC, as well as our newest sponsor, Farnan and Dermer, right here. HVAC, their sponsor, and everything Luke's doing for sports and all of our stuff there too. So
We are having a music fundraiser. It's live
tell
music.
me what it is. Go, let's promote. Let's go.
Live music from 1 to 5 every year. I do it at McAvoy Sports Bar on Putty Hill Avenue.
I've been there.
We have the best of the best playing music for
I had
us.
one of the great nights of my young life there in McAvoy's. Did you know this?
No.
Well, I'll tell the story because you're talking about McAvoy's. When is your date? Give me the whole thing.
It's February 22nd.
This is soon.
Yeah, February
for cats?
22nd.
This is for cats
Yes.
with bands, rock and roll? Who's playing?
Every year, Dennis Shockett, Intention, and we have The Edge, and Mike Brillhart is our host.
Brillhart? Dundalk?
Yes.
What's up, dude? That's my boy. So Brillhart's involved in this.
Every year he hosts the events.
If you get 2 guys from Dundalk to go to Parkville for an Essex event,
Come up. Come up. Bring your wife.
I'll make Brillhart sing the Dundalk High alma mater because I know he knows it. I've only known Brillhart since 82.
Oh, is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
Brillhart's my boy.
He's a wonderful man and supporter. He's great.
All right, well, Brillhart, you're a better guy than I thought you were. How about that? So I do want to help you. That I took Deion Sanders to Putty Hill Station when it was known as Putty Hill Station.
Okay.
Yeah, we did the show there. So I brought prime time to the stage out there. There was a big fundraiser there over the weekend as well. I mean, you guys do some great stuff over there.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes,
a lot
we
of
do.
rock and roll over there.
Lot
My
of
boy
rock and
Johnny Allen got him shook his ass on Saturday or Sunday, 3 o'clock. You had 2 days of it was a big thing this past weekend.
It was
right?
insane. Yes, Sunday, all day, 10
Surreal.
bands.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I'm naming all the bands.
Yes.
I live in the area, so I know all of
That's
this stuff.
right.
So this is my dirty little trick that I've pulled with my kitty cat. About 15 years ago, before we even had cats, my wife would take me up to New Hampshire for Christmas every year, which sounds like I'm dreaming of... No, instead it's just cold. It's what it was here last week. So it was always cold there. I was cold from the minute I landed to the minute I left. And her sister bought one year as a surprise to me. It was weird because we slept on this pull-out couch. She brought me a heated mattress cover.
They're awesome.
So, I mean, once I discovered that, I'm like, as long as I don't die in it in flames because it, freaked me out, as long as it's safe, I can put that on. So we brought it home. I'm on my 3rd one, and it's in the bed. And this is my dirty little trick. I put that sucker on 2 on a cold night. She sleeps right between my legs. And my wife's like post-menopausal. I don't know where you are, but she's always hot. So her bed's never on. My bed's always on 2 dots. And the cat likes me, and the cat won't leave from between me. And I get my arms under the cat, and it feels like she's on fire with her fur. So that's the only way I can get my cat to hang with me is to cheat.
Yes.
And,
Right.
cats like to be warm and fuzzy and happy, right?
They do. Yes.
What's
they
your
do.
favorite cats? Give me some stories here about your cats.
My favorite cats.
The one you adopt tomorrow, probably.
The one.
Probably. How many of you've had hundreds of cats, right?
Oh yeah. Yes.
How many of you adopted out?
I can't. I couldn't
She's
even
adding
tell
it
you.
up, right?
So we're trying to figure it out. We've been
Many,
working on a couple
yeah.
of years of data right now.
Do people
Many.
bring them back to you? Ever?
Sometime twice.
You prefer that?
I would. It's
Okay.
in the contract.
It's a requirement.
Well, tell me about. Okay, so I told you when I went out. You give me contracts, requirements. It's like when they checked out my references when I got my cat the second time. I'm not
Yep.
offended, but I'm
We'll
interested.
be doing that too.
All right, so tell me
I
what
do it
happens.
now.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
somebody calls. What happens? They come over and visit you and visit your 14 cats,
They
right?
come and visit. They fill an adoption application. I go through their references, before any cat leaves, unless I really know you. But yeah,
You can check me out. Get to know me.
I
That's
just,
all right.
I just want to make sure they're going to a safe and loving home. We put a lot of work into getting these cats healthy and.
Now, are they in cages where they live with you or in sequester? I would bring 5 of them home and feed them and love them and stay home with them. I think they'd freak my girl out and territorial and I see the deer fighting over the corn my wife leaves for them. So I just from a getting along standpoint and making sure they're not harming each other. I'm sure you've had to break up cats, right?
Well, I don't let them run in Gen Pop, is what I call it, until they're tested, tested for any diseases, and then let them get to know each other through the crate. And
Okay.
once they're good, I let them out and keep an eye on them for a while, and if they do great,
So if I come over to your place right now, they're hanging out.
they're loose.
They're loose, all of them, like a cat cafe.
Yes.
You have a little I've been in those. I've been in those in Korea. I've been in those in Japan. They love kitty cats in Asia. I think you know that. Hello, kitty. So my wife and I run around Seoul, Korea. It was 5 degrees. Cat cafe. Let's go in there. We'll get a coffee.
Right.
So we were literally hanging out with cats in Korea. And when I was in adoption mode, I was in a little bit of a. I love cats. I love everything about her. So, but I don't know that I need a 2 or a 3 or a 4. But now that I know about you, I can send people to you. So
Yes.
how does this work? They call you and what happens?
We schedule a time for them to come over.
You
They
have pictures of them
meet
online?
on the website.
Okay, you have
Yes.
all that. All right. So people can pre-meet them in
Yeah.
that way? Okay.
We can figure that out too if they wanted to do FaceTime or something. But it's better to come and meet them and see who you connect with.
Well, that's what you
Right.
have to do, sure.
Yeah. So that's what I recommend. And then we move forward from there. But they're all fixed. Everything vaccinated, microchipped, disease tested before any of them leave. They're healthy.
All right, I hope to not need to adopt a cat, because it would be a need, to adopt a cat anytime soon, but I will call you.
Please.
I will
please
do that. Tell everybody how to call you, how to find you.
breakfastclubcats.org or find us on Facebook. That's pretty much
You're in Essex,
what I
but
recommend.
if you can
We
be in
are-
Bel Air, wherever anybody is, they come down.
Yes. Yes, I've had people come from Bowie, from further out. Yeah.
And we are in the process of currently, I've got cat data on everybody and their pictures. I'm working with GetBuddy.com and Adopt a Pet and Pet Finder. Soon, everything that Alysia has listed on the website. I have meetings this week and
So
next
it'll be like
week.
a universal cat adoption sort of place,
as
right?
soon as we enter one cat in, it'll
Facebook
go.
for Match.com for cats.
Yes, absolutely.
Like that.
And every cat that we get, when we initially get it, it is taken to the vet. It's tested for all the normal feline diseases. It's given its rabies vaccine and the FE, and I never get this right, FERP, which is the influenza and 2 other. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking here. Cats,
FERCP.
adoptable cats. I got to just click on the right button here. Look at this. We got that one looks like my girl. Hold on. You got calicos over there? What do you got going on? Caramel, 1-year-old female. Clifton, 2 to 3-year-old male. He looks cute.
Oh, he's sweet.
Dora looks a little bit like Nala, my girl. Frap, 5-month-old female kitten. Sister Pancake. Girly, 2-year-old female. Gracie, 4-month. Oh, look at that. Where she's gray. There's a little tuxedo thing going on there. Griffin, 1-year-old male. Mozzarella, the Pizza John's. Don't eat mozzarella. 1 year, 8 months old female. Pancake, 4-month-old. Oh, look at Pancake. Look at those eyes. Pretty Girl is 7-month-old female. Pumpkin and Spice duo, 4-month-old kittens. Look at those, brother and sister. Look at
Now,
that.
those are bonded, and people have to understand too. There's going to be sets of cats sometimes that have to be adopted together.
Well, don't make any exceptions. Make them go out together. So they're Sasha's here, Sherbert's here, Sophia's here, Willow. Look at Willow. Look at that face.
She's something else, Willow.
Which one's your favorite? Be honest with me.
I love them all. I love them all.
And whichever one I would love, you'd be happy to unlove it or give it away.
Right.
This is going to crush you, right? Or no? Is it good or bad?
Sometimes. It depends. Sometimes.
Depends on the cat.
Yeah, I love them all, and I'm sad when they leave, but some of them grab your heart.
Which one's the sweetest one that would kiss my nose?
The sweetest one, mozzarella.
That's it. So that'll be the next one we're going to adopt.
Mozzarella or pumpkin and spice, yes.
See, you ask and you find out here. Absolutely. Alicia's here. Kim's here. They're with Breakfast Club Cats. I want to encourage everybody to go out. We're in Essex. They're in Essex. They will come to you. And the next time that my son finds cats under a shed in Dundalk,
Call me.
you're going to be on the friggin' bat phone. And more for his wife, for Aubrey too. But they adopted a kitty cat. Don't know exactly where they got her, but she had that 6-paw thing going on.
The polydactyl.
Yeah, she's got that weirdo thing going on. And she loves me when I'm over there. She gets all, into Uncle Ness and like all that. So I guess I'm a grandfather, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't make me.
Grandpa
Don't
Ness.
do that to me. I'm not doing all that. All right, help these folks out. Adopt their cats. They're beautiful. It's all brought to you by friends at the Maryland Lottery. GBMC sending us out here. I have Candy Cane Cash. We're Pizza John's in Essex. Did I leave anything out? Give me your rock and roll night again.
Rock and Roll Day is Rock for the Rescue. It's February 22nd. It's from 1 to 5 p.m.
I'm taking a picture for Brillhart. There you go. I'm going to send that to him. Let him get the crazy cat lady from Essex over here.
At McAvoy's.
So calls to action are, come out, give some money, come out, adopt a cat, and if you find a cat, where do you go? Somebody says, I got a cat colony in Hereford. I'm making that up. There are a lot of people that do what you do, maybe not as well as you do it in this neighborhood, but where should people call if they're in Westminster, I'm going to say?
And if somebody does call me or contact me about it, I can try and get them in touch with the right people.
You got a community. You got a network. All right.
We do. Yeah, but Essex, Rosedale, Dundalk.
Okay.
I'm happy, to go.
I know people in Essex, Rosedale, and Dundalk. So.
Nice.
Even Parkville,
Parkville.
even Middle River, but I'm not going to give that away. All right, we'll step out. We'll take a break. My thanks to you guys. Keep up the
Thank
good work.
you.
You got cat hair all over you. Lord knows if this is sunshine or pancake or
I don't know
I
why.
don't know which one.
Glitter.
Kim, did I get everything in?
You did.
All right, my thanks to Kim Shewell. My thanks to Alysia Witherington. Is
Thank
that
you,
correct?
everybody.
Did I get that right? All right.
Alysia Witherington.
All
yeah.
right, make sure. Well, I want to get the pronunciation right. Come see them. Come see some rock and roll next month and find them out at Breakfast Club Cats, BCC. Always makes you think of Baltimore Community College. I went to DCC, though. Dundalk community.
Nice. That's
They don't
good.
call it that anymore. They call it CCBC. So you're BCC.
Yes.
Get my
BCC.
ABCs together. Back for more from Essex. We're Pizza John. Stay with us. We're Baltimore Positive.